So welcome. My name is Krystal Clark, and I am the chair of the Women's Fund Advisory Board through the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee. And I am here today with two lovely representatives of the F.I.N.D design. And I want to point out that F.I.N.D means families in need of direction. So I want to point that out, and then I want to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves to you. So would you like to go first, Kara?
Sure. My name is Kara James Johnson. I am the co-founder and executive director of the FIND, or Families in Need of Direction Design. You will hear me throughout this video. This is truly my heart and soul and my mission in life to do this work, and hopefully it will translate through this conversation. But I'm so excited to you, Crystal, and the Women's Fund of Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee for this opportunity to get to know us and what we do here in Nashville.
All right, and Beatrice, tell us a little bit about you and how you're involved in the program.
Hello, I'm Beatrice Mtambala, and I'm one of the students whom Kara and other women work with. So, yeah.
So if you could just tell us a bit more about the mission of the organization and how you all make this mission come to life.
Yes, so the mission of the FIND, or Families in Need of Direction, is to provide gender-based, strength-based programming for middle school, high school girls. We have an emphasis on girls of color. So the percentage of girls of color in our program is about 95 to 98%. Our mission is to empower, to elevate, to educate girls to be emotionally strong and resilient. And we do that in a safe space of cultural expression, overcoming barriers, and building positive relationships. And that's the overall goal of the Fine Design and our mission.
And it seems like you all have sort of a nice, list of programs that you all offer, and you touch different aspects of the girls' lives. Do you want to talk about a couple of those and how those play into the program?
Yes, so we are in revamp mode. COVID-19 had us kind of be still for a moment and really look within our programming and look at ways we can enhance. Currently, however, we have Fly Girl, also known as Downplaying the Drama program. And that program has a positive development framework that uses drama and expression to really deal with how we can transform conflict and deal with conflict resolution and what that looks like and what that is. A lot of times we look externally at conflict, but what about the internal conflict that we tend to have? And so we do that in various ways, whether it's acting, whether it's poetry reading, whether it's just a way to have the girls express themselves. Also, we have our summer program, which is Rebuilt to Fly. And just a little bit of background about Rebuilt to Fly, it was birthed out of a young lady who was being violated. And because of our position, we have to report it. And when the police got there, she did not want to tell because she was scared of the police. And the worst feeling in the world is to send a girl back home, knowing what's going on in that home, and there's nothing that you can do about it because they don't trust the authority to tell them. And so that program, the whole basis of that program was to bridge that gap between law enforcement, for them to hear them and understand the challenges and the barriers that they face daily, and to, at minimum, get them to a place where they felt comfortable reporting a violation. That was the goal of the program. And so it's true, authentic conversations. To be honest with you, the first question was, why do y'all kill Black people? And so that had to be dealt with. And so that program is with the police. They spend time for a week. It's amazing that they didn't even know women of color were police. And so to be able to interact with other women of color, to hear their stories, why they became a police officer, is amazing. And our biggest accomplishment at the end of that is 100% of girls said they would report violations if they happen to us. And that was the overall goal of Rebuilt to Fly, to get them to that point. point. Of course, we have a lot to work to do in other areas with police relationships, and we're tackling that too. But that was the goal of that program. And so we have that, our school-based Fly Girl and Downplaying the Drama, and our after-school program, as well as Rebuilt to Fly.
Now, Ms. Beatrice, I want to hear your perspective as a participant in the program. Tell us a little bit about how being a part of the F.I.N.D design has really had an impact on your life.
Well, I've been in the program for a very long time. The program was originally just 9th graders through 12th graders, but I was in this other program called NASA, which was only for middle schoolers. So I started 7th grade, but 8th grade I started going to the spot because I was like, man, they do fun things. They do so many great things. I want to be in there. Me and this other friend of mine, so we really wanted to be there so bad, like so bad. So they was like, okay, you guys can just start coming just little by little, but y'all can't like officially be in there. It was like, okay, cool. So we started going. It was like super cool. They do fun things like activities, go out to the movies. We want to do that. So 9th grade, I officially started going to the spot like every single week. It was like every Wednesday, like every single week. I wasn't really doing nothing but just going to school, back home, bed, sleep. So it has helped me a lot emotionally because we talked about a lot. You know, we don't just go there, eat, just chill. No, we talk about a lot of things. You will come from school mad. We'll talk about it, and it's like, it's really exciting. And then throughout like the years, a lot of people left, a lot of mentors came in, a lot of mentors left, a lot of new mentors came in. So it was like kind of different because you're so used to these type of people, and then these other type of people come in. So it was really different, but the people are amazing. The people we have now are amazing because it's like they so more like our generation. Like the other people, they were more like old school a bit, but like now they're like they're more engaged in like knowing what we do, who we dating. So it's like chill, relax, but it's cool. They helped me a lot emotionally because at a point in my life, I've struggled with getting along with my family. So every time I would come and talk to like Miss E about it and stuff like that. So she personally helped me a lot with the conversation we'll have. So yeah, I really enjoyed going there. I will keep going there, but I gotta move on.
You're not moving out. You're not moving out. No, ma'am, we don't do that.
So we are so excited to speak with you today because, you know, you all are one of the Women's Fund's grantees. And so obviously we are excited about the work that you all are doing. The Women's Fund is really our whole goal, and why I love it so much is that we get to give out monetary support to nonprofits who are improving the lives of girls and women in Middle Tennessee. So it's like the best job I could ever have, is to be able to sit at that table and offer that support. So tell us a little bit about how the grant has helped you all do your work.
Yeah, so it's nothing like women supporting women. Let me be clear about that first. You know, it's just a certain pride and a certain understanding when you have the support of women. And with the Women's funds, we were able to really get key programming material, number one. So a lot of our services is based off of the arts and role playing and even brunch and dinner. We will sit down and have where they will actually cook. And B can tell you a little bit about that, but where they will actually cook and we do programming. And something that we can take so for granted is really huge in this space of cooking a meal together and sitting down and having a conversation. We know what food do. It can bring out the best conversations over the dinner table. So throughout each of our sessions, we've been able to purchase supplies, purchase food for dinners, even down to personal hygiene items. A lot of programs don't think about that the need to make sure that women are equipped with personal hygiene items. And so we do a session about that, the proper way of using them, and they know at all times that that we have items that they can come to us, because some of them it's embarrassing. They don't want to go to strangers or to men or, to get those items. So they know they can knock on the door or make a phone call or a text and they have those items. So we were able to use a lot of the funds for that. And then to keep up our virtual services. So when the tornado came and COVID came, we were instantly able to use those funds to go into that virtual platform that continued to be a service for these young ladies. I don't know if you all know the data that 50% from the YWCA, domestic violence increased by 50%. I would challenge those numbers. I think it was higher than that because a lot of Black girls and brown girls do not report what is going on when it comes from a domestic violence or sexual violence space. So just having that connection and that relationship is so important. And so we can't thank you all enough for giving us the financial resources to be able to provide things for girls that most people don't even think about that they need. So thank you so much for that.